describes me, bruised and broken, bound and captive. Got a chance this week to use my favorite set of verses with a woman came by to talk about how hopeless life was, and running from 3 bad marriages. Actually had to hide out from one. Went to a women's shelter for battered women, and then had to hide from a husband for a long time after that, and then bounced around between a few different men without marrying them, and finally she had reached the bottom of despair and decided that life was so bad there was no hope for her to ever have a good life, that she would never know what life could be again. And when she finally paused in her story, I just said, well, then why are you here bothering me and wasting time telling me all of this? I know, you're like, you didn't. I did. And she looked up like, I thought that was your job, to listen to pitiful people. But what I was trying to make her know was the only reason she ventured to talk to a stranger, a preacher, a church she doesn't attend and doesn't know, was because deep down in her heart, she still knows somehow there's hope. If she can just find the right link, somehow there's got to be hope for her. And so when she got past that I wasn't being rude, I said, you are the kind of person I like to share my favorite verse in the Bible with. And then I read to her where Jesus went to the well and met a woman, and she was so struck by him, she just couldn't understand how he could magnetize her like he did, and she was just drawn to him. And finally he said, go back and get your husband and bring him back with you. And she said, well, I don't have a husband. And he said, thou sayest, well, you don't have a husband. In fact, you've had 5. And the one you're living with now, you're not married to. She gave up on, I would give up on marriage after 5, wouldn't you? 5 loser men. You know how men are. I would give up. Well, by no choice of my own, I wouldn't have another house to give up. No hope, despair. Life's never going to be good again. And somehow in that simple, fantastic story in the Bible, Jesus revealed to her that he knew all about her. 5 failed marriages, living with a guy you're not married to. And he still sent her back to get the man. And she told other people, you got to come out to the well and hear someone who has told me the secrets of my heart. And the next verse says, and many came to believe in him that day because of her. Proving one simple point. It doesn't make any difference how many bad choices you've made in your life. You cannot lose your worth and value to Jesus Christ. So I don't care how many disasters and blunders you've made and how many bad choices you've made and how many prices you've paid, you cannot lose your worth and your value to Jesus Christ. And that song sums that up so well.